We're going to give it one more minute for people to come in and to get ready, and then we'll be starting at that time. Looking forward to having this conversation, Renee.
Me too.
And I guess the other thing I'll mention is if you have any questions for us at any time, feel free to type it in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer them as soon as there's a natural break within our conversation. But yeah, don't hesitate to reach out with anything you want us to address directly. All right, let's get to it. All right, so gonna introduce us all. So hey everyone, I'm Michael Cole. I'm the SVP of Marketing at Everflow, and today we are going to be talking about affiliate marketing in 2024 and the trends and predictions. And I know Renee has some really fascinating things to say there. So Renee, do you mind giving the quick introduction for yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone, and thanks, Michael, for having me. My name's Renee. I'm the Senior Director of our Data and Analytics Strategy here at AP, or Acceleration Partners. If you're not familiar with Acceleration Partners, we're a leading global partner marketing agency specializing in affiliate and influencer across 40 countries and 200 clients of all sizes and verticals. So I've been in affiliate marketing for 18 years, based in Washington State, just east of Seattle. And my role here is really just to focus on leveraging data across the company strategically and just elevating our use of data to support our clients.
Awesome. So we always like to start with some quick fire questions just to break the ice. So to kick it off, what led you to join Acceleration Partners in the first place?
Yeah, so I was prime in my affiliate marketing career, but looking for a new opportunity. And I knew Acceleration Partners was kind of an up and coming agency at the time. So I applied and kind of went from there. I think I was employee number 25, so it's been quite a while.
And just for context, for people that don't know that much about Acceleration Partners, how big is the company, and sort of how many roughly clients do you manage at any one time, or whatever else you can share there?
Yep, I believe we have over 300 employees and about 200 clients.
Which is just incredible for an agency. This is such impressive growth. Great. And I'm always curious to know, what initiative did you spend the most time on this week?
Oh gosh, this week has been full of planning for holiday, just looking at our data from last year and prior years and prepping to kind of identify what we want to push out to our clients and to the rest of the world post-holiday.
Awesome. Always the busiest time.
Yep.
And how did you get your start in the industry?
A long time ago, at least 18 years ago, I started at I worked at an online party supply store and moved to our marketing department in an entry-level role. And at the time, the company had a very small affiliate program with, I think, 3 affiliates and in-house built technology to track their performance. And someone just said, here you go, do something with it. So from there, I just took the initiative to learn whatever I could about affiliate and started working with a major network, and the rest is history.
Awesome. So let's hop into 2023, 2024, sort of what exciting trends you're seeing. So to kick it off, what were the most notable trends that you were seeing in affiliate marketing this year?
Honestly, a lot of the trends are really a result of the economic climate that we've been in over the last year or two. So a lot of it has been adapting, whether it's adjusting how we're promoting affiliate or just even new partners that have cropped up, new technology, things like that. So I would say one of the biggest trends that we've seen this past year is just the growth of the buy now, pay later partners. Just looking across our portfolio of clients here at AP, we've seen 60% year-over-year growth, which is pretty enormous for a new partner segment, with about 10% of our client revenue coming from buy now, pay later partners. So that's been pretty exciting to see that.
That's really amazing. And also it's a good reminder of why affiliate is so interesting, because it's so cyclical, hard word to say. Just because I've been reading a lot about the struggles of like buy now, pay later, because a lot of it was the fact that when interest rates were low, they could borrow a lot of money, they could put the money up front, and they didn't need that big a return. But now that interest rates are going up, borrowing money is harder. They have to figure out other ways to make money and revenue. And affiliate's a perfect place. Like they're talking to consumers at the time when consumers are thinking about buying things. They're making it a lot easier for consumers to buy things. So it makes perfect sense that their challenges on one side really open up the opportunities for a lot more revenue and opportunity on the affiliate side. And for working with these partners, any like interesting insights you've seen from other than the fact that they're now generating a lot more revenue?
Yeah, one thing that we've started to see this past year is the buy now, pay later partners starting to layer in promotions to their app or to their website for the clients that they offer buy now, pay later services for. So that's helped drive even more consumer engagement and conversion, just seeing those offers and incentive even more to buy with the payment option that works for the client or for the consumer. Also on the buy now, pay later side, the AOV or just the average order size tends to be a little bit higher too. And, I think that obviously has to do with just the option to not spend the money all at one time and be able to spread it out. So that's been kind of an interesting thing that we've noticed about the buy now, pay later partners.
So just to make sure I understood that clearly. So it sounds like a lot of them are moving towards being more like they're almost their own loyalty affiliates of a way, where they have their own community of offers that they start promoting out to people that use their services. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, if you go to any of the buy now, pay later partners like Affirm or Klarna or Afterpay within their app, if you're looking for a particular business and they have a coupon or discount available at the time, those partners will be featuring that. So that discount, in addition to the option to buy now, pay later, just kind of is that extra incentive to be able to make that purchasing decision.
Awesome. And then is there other things that you're seeing this year that's been really fascinating to you?
Yeah, connected TV. So if you're not familiar with what connected TV is, it's essentially advertising within streaming TV services and advertising within like smart TVs or gaming consoles, just anything where you're like streaming anything you can watch, really.
Cool. And how is that on like a pay for performance basis? Are you just sort of working backwards from like working with them on a CPC, CPM? How are you actually working with these types of partners?
Yeah, I mean, they started as just paid advertising through CPC and CPM, but we've actually seen connected TV partners optimize through affiliate to pull in CPA offers and advertise clients just on a cost per acquisition basis, which is great because our clients can leverage connected TV partnerships to be able to target a very specific audience. So yeah, we've definitely seen a lot of growth with those partners. I think they've driven quite a bit of revenue for AP this year, at least for our clients, to the tune of, I believe, $8 million year to date, which is a pretty big number.
Yeah, that's huge. And I mean, there's so much inventory there. And if they can work on a CPA, like it's always the holy grail anyway. So that's super exciting that they are making that work on a performance basis, because the sky's the limit there once people can make that actually generate revenue.
Yep.
Cool. Any other major trends?
Yeah, I mean, obviously AI has been a big trend this year. There's been a lot of buzz in the affiliate industry across the network and platform partners, affiliates, brands on just how to use and leverage AI in a sophisticated way. We've seen the networks or the platforms tap into AI just to help with partner vetting, like approving applications automatically, which is pretty cool. Being able to generate gap analysis and automated partner recommendations, along with just providing some actionable insight. So that's been pretty exciting to see. And just on our side as an agency, we've been tapping into AI to be able to automate some of our insights for our clients, just pinpoint some performance anomalies and bring together some partner recommendations.
It's so strange in that like it feels like it's so fluffy to some degree, and there's so much like hype that it just feels completely undeserved. But on the other hand, like the actual use cases are so useful and cool, and so it's like I keep getting tired of hearing people talking about AI, and then when I find a really good way to use it, it's like so awesome. Like, I mean, for instance, like this webinar tool, as soon as we're done, it's going to immediately create a transcript with like a whole blog about sort of like the insights that were mentioned here. So like there's lots of really awesome use cases when you were providing like sort of the base content and then it's working off that. And then for generating, it's sometimes cool, but sometimes it just makes stuff up called hallucinations. So it's really hard to figure out like where are the points to like focus on AI and where are the points to just sort of like wait it out until those like legitimate uses become more concrete.
Yeah. And in terms of like managing a program or managing several affiliate programs, we've found the greatest use of AI just to create efficiencies. A lot of things that are typically manual can be automated with AI. So that's really where we've been tapping into it. On the affiliate side, though, I know a lot of affiliates have been using it to support content creation, optimizing their websites for SEO, and just analyzing their own data. So, kind of remains to be seen, I guess, in terms of like the content creation and using AI, because I've read a few articles about how the search engines will start to be able to identify AI created content, and that could potentially come back to backfire on publishers. But again, still remains to be seen at this point, but definitely an awesome tool across the industry to tap into.
For sure, and definitely something we can't ignore because it is here, it's coming more. We just have to figure out when it's real versus when it's hype.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's move on to the next one. So what role did you see influencers playing in the affiliate marketing industry in 2023? And what do you think is coming next for 2024?
Yeah, I mean, we continue to see influencer grow in terms of overlapping with affiliate and more influencers being open to work on a CPA basis. Historically, influencers started more on a flat fee, and it's great to see them being open to different payment options. We mostly see that with like nano or micro influencers, but yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon now to see an influencer join a program directly through the network and be able to optimize with them from there. We also see influencer in affiliate as a way for brands to just further diversify their affiliate marketing mix, to add in another layer of content. Because I know content is always important within affiliate. So just being able to tap into those influencers who are creating just a different type of content than traditional is nice to see.
Awesome. And I know when we were talking about this earlier, you were talking how influencers now are very like influential at driving buyer decisions and getting buyers to just sort of move forward with like who they purchase from, what brands they do. Do you have any sort of like thoughts or tips of like what kind of influencers for that, how to work with them, anything else of like when should you be thinking of that for your own affiliate program of like, I want to have an influencer strategy and I want to use it in a way that's going to move people towards like making a buying decision?
Yep. If you don't have an influencer strategy already, you should probably create one pretty quickly, especially with just the rise of kind of social buying too, which I know we'll touch on later. But essentially like tapping into influencers as a brand advocate. I was reading an article in eMarketer recently about consumers that are just spending a lot more time researching and reading through reviews. And when they see an influencer that is reviewing your product or they're a brand fan, they trust those influencers because they probably follow them and see their content or their videos often. And so having that influencer be able to advocate for your brand definitely helps drive conversion, right? Because that consumer kind of trusts what the influencer is sharing.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And are you reaching out to these influencers directly? Are you using like tools or marketplaces? Like typically if you are trying to get started with influencers, is it a one-to-one? Is it just like, hey, find a solution for this, or like is it agency? What is the best way to like get that first get the ball rolling?
Yeah, I mean, definitely pinpointing a group or a type of influencer that you would like to add to your program. We find the best success reaching out to influencers one-on-one, where we can go to them with a message that says, hey, I'm from so-and-so brand. I really think there's a great opportunity for us to collaborate. Here's why. Even just like layering in some content that they've posted on their social media outlets or on their blogs or whatnot, just kind of talking about how it could be relevant for your brand, helps them just get more excited to promote you. So definitely just going about it on a one-to-one basis is helpful. We do it on a mass basis too, but definitely see better conversion when you reach out one-to-one. And a lot of the networks and platforms are coming out with influencer tools to leverage recruitment as well. And we're just seeing influencers join affiliate programs organically.
That's awesome. And it's always very appealing when that stuff happens, because if you can do it on a one-on-one basis, like it's really easy to sort of like test and verify, because it's always a challenge with any new type of partnership or affiliate, etc., that you really don't have the resources to spend a lot of time in it until you start seeing success. So going to do that the minimum viable product type method, where you test it with a few influencers, you get the first traction going by just doing the hard work. Like that's a great way to see if you can convince your team internally that this is like a big focus.
Yeah, and one other thing too that we see work well with influencers is just providing them product or access to your service if you don't have a product, so they can actually review it and share it with their audience. Definitely helps drive that engagement as well.
I know when you were talking about earlier, you mentioned a lot about how the brands you're working with, like there's been a big shift towards really being about like the bottom line and profitability, which makes perfect sense in this year where so much funding is now much harder to get or much less generous than it used to be. Can you talk about sort of what you've been seeing there with like affiliate and profitability and funding and everything there?
Yeah, I mean, measuring profitability isn't anything new in affiliate, but you're right. Like it's just been a greater focus just within our economic climate recently. Definitely brands are being more mindful about where their budget's going to. I think that's why we're also seeing a lot more influencers get excited about CPA offers, because brands are not investing as much flat buy as they used to, or at least over the past year. But heading into holiday, we're definitely seeing brands kind of have a similar budget to last year, but having expectation for growth. So definitely leaning into that CPA option where, they can pay for performance versus other channels where, it's a CPC, you're paying for every click regardless of, whether it was turned into a conversion or not.
So I know from my agency days that one of the like constant challenges about like affiliate and agency is just dealing with who gets credit and attribution, et cetera, between the affiliate program you're managing and then all the other marketing channels that they're managing internally, especially with this push towards profitability. I imagine that you run into that challenge of like them being like, well, is this really the thing generating the revenue or is it something else? Like, how do you guys navigate that?
Yeah, I mean, every client looks at attribution and incrementality of partners differently. And so what we typically do here is kind of work with our clients to understand what is the most valuable to them and then analyze from there. It is a little bit challenging, just, the affiliate networks and platforms, they a lot of times only track on last click. And so comparing that to, what a client is seeing in GA or whatever their internal attribution system is doesn't always match. And so most of the time when our clients see that variance, we work directly with them to kind of understand like, where is that variance? Is it a specific partner type? What do your costs look like based on your internal data? Are we still kind of within our goal in terms of, cost per acquisition? So just working together between systems to kind of identify what's driving value and what's not. And if you're finding that like a specific partner or even just partner type is maybe not converting as well in the client's internal attribution system, you can always look at, where can I make adjustments to commission structures or things like that to just bring more value to those partners.
So I think that's a really good point that you made about just go through the numbers and like what is success for you, and then making sure that you are structuring the program where it is everyone agrees that this is a like cost-effective channel and that it makes sense. There's a really good point there, because I think that's one of the challenges is like all attribution to some degree is imperfect. So you just want to make sure that everything is good enough where everyone's happy. And I think that that's an easy thing to do in affiliate, but it's really just setting expectations with the client rather than letting it be like unspoken.
Right. And, first click is really important to a client. A lot of the platforms and networks offer that type of tracking solution where you can commission based off of first click, whether it's first click by channel interaction or even just first click with an affiliate. It all really goes back to what's most important to the client, and then just customizing how you're incentivizing affiliates from there.
Awesome. You've led me to one of my favorite rants. It's a little off tangent, but with first click, first last click, I really recommend everyone think of it this way. First click attribution is perfect for anything that is top of funnel, where they need a chance to win the business. So examples would be like influencers, content websites, thought leaders, anything that's creating like new demand. Like if you see on LinkedIn for the first time some person talking about Everflow and you never heard about our product before, and then you go to our website, you're not going to immediately sign up for Everflow. Like you still want to make sure you want to do some research. You want to make sure this is actually relevant to you. You want to see that your peers or other people that are third party trust Everflow, because as soon as you request a demo, someone from sales is going to reach out to you and start talking to you. I think that's applicable in the same way for basically every business. Like there is lots of different types of affiliate and influencers that are all creating new demand where people are learning about a brand for the first time, or maybe they just haven't thought about it in a long time, where they're not thinking about buying. They're just like, oh, this is interesting. I want to remember this. And then you have the other types of affiliates that are very much like, hey, you're ready to buy. Here's a special, like, say, discount that will get you over that fence so you actually make the purchase. And in that case, like, because there's a lot of buyer intent, last touch attribution works perfectly. But all of these other sources, like, because there's going to be a research phase, like, they really need first touch because they need that window of time where that person can research, make their decision, and then actually make the purchase. Because if they don't have that shot, like they're never going to show up as like top performing partners in your system, because it's always going to be the people at the bottom with the highest buyer intent that are winning the majority of deals.
Yep, exactly. And that's why it's so important to just look at attribution within your own affiliate channel too, to see where affiliates are interacting in the same click path. And if you're finding that, a first touch or a top of funnel partner is driving a lot of initial interest, but other affiliates are coming in to close, that's where you can maybe work directly with the top of funnel partner to find some other ways to incentivize them, whether it's, product or, placement, media fees, whatever it might be, or even just increasing their commission quite a bit to account for any potential lost revenue on their side.
Yeah, the other thing that helps there is just looking at the big picture. So rather than just looking at the purchase, if you're looking at other events, like say like engagement metrics of them visiting certain pages or doing more research, etc., anything that happens before the purchase that you can sort of like track back to the partner really lets you see like, hey, like maybe this partner's not driving me a ton of sales right now, but if a lot of those users are coming to my website and then engaging, checking out my blog, signing up for a newsletter, checking out pricing, things like that, like clearly they are driving interested users, even if they're not ready to buy yet. So looking beyond just the purchase path, like tells you a better picture about where your partners add value, because partners add value in different phases. Some are more about engagement, some are more about purchases, and some are more about like retention expansion, of getting the person to come back and purchase again or renew for another year. And traditional affiliate programs typically only look at that purchase path. and it undervalues other types of very relevant and very high quality partnerships.
Yeah, I agree. And if you're finding that a top of funnel partner is driving a lot of traffic, but just not a lot of conversions, but you're seeing coupon partners maybe drive the final conversion, maybe think about layering in a coupon with your top of funnel partner. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go about it to make sure that that top of funnel partner feels like they're an important part of your marketing mix.
Yeah, that works well, but it's always a kind of frustration because even if you give your influencers like the best discount, you give them a discount that's better than everyone else, like you're still going to run into a situation where we've all been there. We're about to purchase. We even have like an awesome coupon code. And we're like, I wonder if this is the best coupon code. And then you wander off to another site. Your tracking gets replaced, even though you were going to use that influencer's code. So it's always challenging on that side. And it definitely helps to have like good reporting there because you can miss some of this stuff.
Yeah, totally. And if you are taking that approach too, a lot of the networks and platforms have the ability to be able to tie a coupon code back to a specific affiliate. So whether, a coupon affiliate or a loyalty affiliate comes in at the last second and that coupon code is used, you can still set it up to be able to give the commission to that top of funnel partner. So there's a lot of different strategies that you can use to help with attribution.
For sure. So moving on, I'd love to talk about like the other side because there's so much opportunity in B2B for affiliate programs because it's a much higher ticket item. Affiliates are involved in so many different stages that they can really help drive people to become leads, become customers, etc. But it's always been like a more difficult ecosystem to sort of like figure out where affiliates fit. So I'd love to explore where you have been seeing success there and where you see it evolving in 2024.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing B2B brands being a lot more cost conscious with the economic client and selective with budget, just kind of leaning into what they know works, not even in affiliate, but every channel. We're definitely seeing success and B2B programs leaning into some of the review partners and just making sure that their content is up to date. Maybe even like switching messaging around a little bit to help drive a conversion because the messaging that we used last year might not be the right messaging to use this year, just given where we are in the economy. We're also seeing a lot of B2B influencers crop up. They've always kind of been there, but with social like TikTok videos, even there's so many B2B influencers on there that people follow and watch and trust, and kind of just going back to just regular influencers, they are looked at as a trusted source and expert in their industry. And so we've definitely seen those partner types do well with an affiliate over the past year.
Yeah. And one thing I'd love you to explore or explain a little bit more about is just sort of just like how we were talking about with the influencers and how influencers are now like leading to the buying decision. Where can affiliates sort of help with B2B buying decisions?
Just having the most up-to-date information about a brand, doing a review if they have it, or if they have the product or service on hand, just helps to be able for that consumer to be able to kind of understand like what the value could be to their business. Also just talking about any type of incentives for the consumer to buy. Usually discounting isn't a huge thing in B2B, but if there's some type of incentive that you can offer, whether it's, like first 2 months free or something like that, any type of like hook will help affiliates be able to convert the consumer.
Yeah, and there's also just a lot of interesting, very like B2B focused like marketplaces that just specialize in being like, hey, here's the cool deals for each of these different types of solutions and needs and stuff. So like the great thing with affiliate and with partnerships as a whole is that you can sort of like surround your prospect on all sides where it's like wherever they go, they see the brand. And I think that so many of those places that you can be seen in are affiliates. or can work on a performance basis. So it really opens up sort of your ability to sort of like close a deal and like win more revenue.
Yeah, and not just for B2B, but for any type of affiliate program too. It's so important to know what your competitors are doing, especially in B2B too, because that is a pretty big decision because of the price point most often. So just knowing, what are your competitors offering for commission, like what partners are they working with, like what offers or incentives or even landing pages are they sending traffic to? It's just so important to be able to optimize your program for success.
So next question is sort of like kind of on this about like the bigger picture of affiliate and partnerships and stuff. Like, how have you seen partnership marketing integrating with other channels? And do you think there's going to be more collaborations in 2024?
Yeah, definitely a lot more collaboration. And we've seen partnership marketing integrating within other channels quite a bit. It continues to grow year over year. One thing that we have seen a lot on our side with our clients is just performance PR and the overlap with affiliate and PR. It's been happening for a long time, but there's just been a greater focus on it with the rise of kind of mass media partners over the last few years, where PR teams have their own set of contacts at these mass media outlets, and then affiliate has their own side of contacts. And so we're finding, especially our clients too, like they want us to collaborate with their PR team so we can kind of go at it with both angles and be able to secure content for the client that, normally would be a PR thing, but the mass media side is just really excited because they're also able to layer in the affiliate side of it and get a commission for any sales that they refer from their content.
Yeah, one thing that we saw on our side that was really fascinating is that there, especially during like the holidays and like Black Friday and everything, there's a like, it's not quite pay to play, but it's not dissimilar, that for the brands that these like major publications are going to talk about, if there's no affiliate program with monetization, they just won't talk about you because there's 50 brands they could be talking about. They know that these 15 brands will pay them for every sale they drive. And so they're going to just make sure that their articles talk about those 15 brands. So it's just like, even for stuff that like, it's a secondary to a lot of like affiliate programs, it is essential to have this in place to get the best placements, to get all these other very juicy opportunities that every CEO wants to have. Like they want to be in all the major publications, etc. And you need to have your program ready to go where the monetization models is there, and it's really easy for your PR team or for all these publications to choose you as one of the products that they're reviewing.
Right. And it just adds more incentive too, because that content kind of lives on for a long time. And so quite often we see across our clients that, articles that were published a year or two ago are still generating quite a bit of traffic and sales because that affiliate link is there. We're able to track and see kind of the value of that content piece over time.
Awesome. And I know another thing we were talking about that kind of fits very well with like both this and B2B is just sort of the expansion of like from like traditional affiliates to more like brand to brand partnerships. I think that's super interesting. It's obviously a huge part of B2B. It's natural for you to cross promote each other's like integrations. It's authentic to refer business to each other. But you were mentioning that you were seeing it in more like traditional affiliate and e-commerce. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, what we've kind of always referred to as brand to brand has kind of been rebranded a little bit to retail media. So if you hear that term, it's essentially the same thing as brand to brand, where non-competing brands are cross-promoting each other to be able to drive conversions because they have similar audiences. And so a lot of those ads happen kind of post-purchase, whether it's on a confirmation page or through an email confirmation or just general email or social posts as an opportunity for brands to kind of just tap into a new audience that may not have bought from them in the past. And kind of what we're seeing on the affiliate side is that there are new kind of tools and partners starting to creep up that offer kind of a platform or solution for brands to join in and find similar brands to cross promote through the affiliate structure. So it's been kind of interesting to see that start to gain a little bit more momentum.
So interesting. And I mean, this is like the classic, but I'd love to hear your take on it. Is like, where do you think we're currently at with like affiliate marketing versus partner marketing? As we continue to expand out, like obviously like they kind of mean the same thing, they kind of don't. Like what are your thoughts on affiliate marketing versus partner marketing for like 2024 in particular?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the same. It's just a different term, but partner marketing, I think, has that perception that it's more than just affiliate, right? It could be anyone, could be any type of partner, really. You could pull in a brand and consider them a partner, or an influencer and consider them a partner, or whoever could be a partner, right? Anyone that you are partnering with to promote your brand could be a partner. So that's why I think that we're going to continue to see a lot more overlap and integrating of marketing channels, because there is so much opportunity to collaborate and work together. You can even find like cost efficiencies and optimization opportunities by working with other channels to kind of bring in more partnerships to your brand as a whole.
Definitely. It's super exciting as that happens. Do you feel like sort of affiliate marketing is limiting both like internal employees and agencies to sort of like get these opportunities that are obviously really great? Or do you think that sort of like, oh no, you just stick to affiliate, don't do anything else? Like, do you think that's breaking, or do you think it's an ongoing battle to sort of be like, there's so many more types of like potential affiliates and partners?
I mean, it depends. It's always an ongoing battle. A lot of brands are also like really open to innovating and testing new partners. I think the biggest battle we see is that a lot of times some brands don't really understand the value of affiliate, or what it can do, or what it could be for their business. And so, that's something that we see quite often, is just ensuring that a brand's leadership like knows the value of affiliate, and what works and what doesn't work, and just being open to and like leaning into testing, because you could find some partner that feels like not a fit, but after testing with them, you could find that, hey, maybe they drive a lot of new customers to your brand. So just being able to like really dig into the value of affiliate and be open to understanding what it could do for your business.
So speaking about exciting new partners, can you talk a little bit about like TikTok and the opportunities there with driving revenue and affiliate?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing social buying rise quite a bit. I was reading an article on eMarketer recently that was saying that they expect holiday social buying to grow 30% year over year. And they were saying, this feels like crazy to me, but they were expecting 9 million new buyers from TikTok this year, which just feels like a crazy number to me. And just TikTok themselves, they're kind of evolving their advertising opportunities and just making it a lot easier for creators to leverage affiliate, be able to link out to a product and offer from their page. So yeah, definitely up and coming. I imagine we'll continue to see a lot more social buying and increases there over the next year for sure.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot with TikTok, and just it already works really well for media buyer affiliates to drive traffic through TikTok as one of their performing channels for things like gadgets and stuff like that. But I do know that 2024, there's going to be a lot of movements towards TikTok offering basically like being a performance affiliate, where all the influencers can just naturally talk about your brand and then run an affiliate link to track that through TikTok's like shopping solution. So there's going to be really exciting stuff on the way there. And it's going to be like by far the biggest new performance channel that's been around for a long time.
Yeah. We're definitely starting to see that for sure.
Cool. So what have you been seeing that's next for partner marketing technology and companies innovating?
Yeah, I mean, other than AI, which I know we talked about, I think that's going to obviously continue to grow and evolve over the next year. we're seeing a lot of the networks and platform partners really invest more in their technology. Over this past year, we've seen a lot of like new tools and features roll out to help automate and provide deeper insights into benchmarks and partner opportunities. So I would expect we would continue to see the network and platform partners evolve their technology to better support affiliate. Outside of that, I think the biggest opportunity that we'll continue to see evolve is just kind of going back to that conversation earlier about attribution and being able to measure it a lot easier through affiliate. So we'll be able to be able to make strategic decisions on the fly without having to kind of go back and manually look at things. So I think there will be more tech when it comes to being able to kind of merge the two worlds of affiliate and internal and be able to make strategic decisions from there.
And is there any like specific challenges or things you've been seeing from customers that you're like, oh man, we're excited to make this easier. Like we're hoping that next year, like we'll invest in like a new process for making it easier for them to understand this?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest challenge that we see is just kind of projecting out new partnerships and kind of what opportunity there is. And so I know that's something that we're working on here at AP is just being able to kind of gather all the data and information we have across all of our clients and to be able to kind of use that to pull together a tool or something that we can use to say, hey, here's the opportunity or here's the partner type, here's the spend or here's the time of year that we're launching even and kind of project out what type of performance we're expecting. Anytime we bring a paid opportunity to a client, they're like, well, what's the ROI or the ROAS that we can expect from this? Because if they're investing dollars, they want to be able to see a return on it. So I would say that was probably one of the things that we're working on at Acceleration Partners is just trying to evolve kind of our strategic recommendations when it comes to performance opportunity.
That's awesome, and also so difficult to do just because like affiliates are both so different, and then sometimes they have so much overlap that it's hard to project how the next affiliate in that space will do.
Yeah, and there's just so many variables too. I mean, brands are different, time of year, like I mentioned, like there's just so many things that go into it. So being able to at least like find a baseline or some type of KPI or metric that we can use to project out performance.
That's awesome. I'm sure your customers will love you for putting the effort in. Great. So our final question for today, what are some steps that brands can take to set up their program for success in the new year?
Yeah, definitely diversifying your affiliate program and being open to testing new partnerships, just being open to out of the box partners, test and learn. I mean, the affiliate's a great channel to be able to do that because a lot of times you're only paying when the conversion happens. So that's, an easy no-brainer, no upfront cost to be able to test a new partner. So definitely being open to testing. I would also say keeping the consumer in mind in your affiliate effort. So, checking your text links and your creatives to make sure your messaging is kind of on point and will help drive conversions, offering deals, discounts to help drive conversions. Even if you're not working with buy now, pay later partners, like tapping into that as an option, right? Because we know that is skyrocketing right now through affiliate. So just keeping the consumer in mind. I would also say just using the affiliate channel as a resource for you. So affiliates can help in so many ways. They can help liquidate inventory if you have a bunch of product that you want to clear out, or working with your affiliate influencers on brand messaging and even boosting their posts on your social, like just finding ways to leverage your affiliates to drive revenue for your brand. And I would say just lean into what works. I was reading something that was saying that 2024 is kind of expected to be similar to 2023 in terms of the economy and how things are going. So something worked for your program this past year, and it works for you, then just keep doing it going into the new year until it doesn't work for you, right? And then re-strategize to find some new opportunities.
Yeah, I think those are all great points, and I think that is a lot of like 2023 and 2024, like so much of affiliate is going to be sort of like impacted by the fact that the value of affiliate rises in times like these. We're in this weird thing where the economy is doing pretty well, but there's no likelihood of ever any additional outside funding. So all the venture capital stuff, the private equity stuff, like a lot of it's dried up. It's not going to be flowing like it has been, and especially in 22 where it was absolutely crazy. And without that extra money, like people can't just throw money at everything and just see what sticks on the wall. Like they need to actually like back up with real profitability and performance. And in that situation, things like affiliate and partnerships that are very cost effective, that are very controlled in terms of I put in this much money, I offer this much per like performance. I know exactly how much I'm going to be spending and how much revenue I'm going to be generating that's higher than that. These are the times when affiliate is the best channel. And really a lot of innovation comes here because now people are going to focus on how do they scale this further.
Yep, exactly. Just kind of you said it perfectly. Affiliate is really the best channel for ROI and being able to control your spend. So, if other channels aren't working, shifting those budgets over to affiliate where you can operate on a CPA and kind of have a fixed cost essentially of how much you're going to spend is definitely a good decision if you're being very mindful of your budget.
Cool. And then the other thing I wanted to revisit was just some of the stuff you mentioned earlier, just to go through it. So you mentioned diversifying publishers and testing new partnerships. Definitely sounds like a lot of brands should be testing out buy now, pay later. They should be looking into connected TV to see if there's opportunities there. They should be looking for these micro influencers that naturally can talk about their brands and can influence the buyer decision. And then they should also be looking into TikTok and whether that's a good channel for them or TikTok creators are a good channel for them. Is there any other types of partnerships or categories that you think is interesting people should consider testing out for 2024?
I guess the only other thing that I would mention that we're seeing a little bit, we're seeing a shift is around focusing more on loyalty and customer retention. Driving new customer acquisition has always been really important to any business, and it's been a big focus for a lot of brands through the affiliate channel. Just over the past year, we've definitely seen a focus on retention. So even just kind of, if you're not working with loyalty or reward partners, tapping into those to help drive that customer engagement and repurchase. So you're gathering that revenue from your customers. I would say that was probably my other recommendation, is just to kind of lean into those types of partners to kind of bring back those customers that may not have buyed if they didn't have that incentive to come back and buy.
Yeah, I think that's such a great point. And really everyone, like, if you can track what happens after the purchase, you really should be doing it. Whether there's a second purchase, a third purchase, what is happening to that user after a partner turns them into becoming a customer? Is there subscription renewals, rebills, etc.? Because we were even seeing with some of our customers where they were working with nothing but reward incent affiliates, which is usually a very dangerous strategy. But they had a subscription offer, and they were seeing that enough of those incentivized purchases were actually renewing month after month after month, where they were seeing a really good return from working with Rewarded. And that's probably the hardest, most likely to be low quality. So if you look at the picture of not just that purchase, but everything else, there's a lot of untapped affiliates that could be really good for you, but you just need to be seeing who's really driving that ongoing value and how much revenue you really are getting per customer, because it really changes your metrics for your program.
Right. Yeah, especially if you have a subscription, for sure.
And I think even a lot of e-commerce stores, everyone's built some sort of subscription product as something as a potential upsell. So there's a lot of opportunity there between subscriptions and second, third, fourth purchases.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I think those are all really good points, and those are great marching orders. Anything else you're really excited for in 2024? You're just pumped to get going?
Yeah, just pumped to get going. Digging into the data and kind of understanding what this past year looked like and how it compares to previous years and kind of where we need to make shifts going forward. So yeah, just looking forward to the new year and seeing what new opportunities pop forward.
Yeah, it's got to be a really exciting opportunity. But, you have legitimate data that is like statistically significant because you have enough customers that I'm sure you're going to find some really interesting tidbits as you deep dive into that. Well, thank you so much, Renee, for taking the time to talk with us. Like, if people want to learn more about you or Acceleration Partners, how can they go about that?
Yeah, definitely go to our website, go to our contact page to reach out. I mean, if you're not sure where to start on your affiliate strategy or just need to refresh anything, feel free to reach out. We have affiliate and influencer experts here at AP. We can do program audits, full program management, kind of you name it, across the globe. So yeah, definitely go to our website and go to the contact page if you need to reach out to us.
That's awesome. And I see in the comments, Craig reached out. Craig, we always love you. Little heart for you. Well, thanks everyone. If you have any questions for either of us, you can always find us on LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out, and we'll look forward to what actually happens in 2024, because these are the times when this market is like at its most exciting.
Agree. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.